Hi everyone. In this class we are going to see some 5 mark theorems and some definitions. So listen carefully. Let R be an Euclidean ring and let A be an ideal of R. Then there exists an element A naught belongs to A such that A consists exactly of all A naught x as x ranges over R. So in this statement they are given R is a Euclidean ring and A be an ideal of R. So we have to show that there exists an element A naught belongs to A such that A consists exactly of all A naught x as x ranges over R. So proof, if A just consists of element 0, put A naught is equal to 0 and the conclusion of the theorem holds. So if A naught is equal to 0 means the conclusion of the theorem will be verified. So you have to take that element 0, that A is not equal to 0. Thus we may assume that A is not equal to 0. Hence there is an element A is not equal to 0 in A. So pick an element A naught belongs to A such that D of A naught is minimal. So already we are saying A is also in A naught is also in A, D of A naught is minimal. Since D takes a non-negative integer value, this possible. Suppose that A belongs to A by the definition of Euclidean ring. Already you know the definition of an Euclidean ring. Suppose A comma B belongs to R such that there exists T comma R belongs to R, means we can write A is equal to T into B. A is equal to TB plus R, where either R is equal to 0 or D of R is less than or equal to D of B. So like this we are already know. So we are applying the definition. Suppose that A belongs to A by the definition of an Euclidean ring. There exists R comma T belongs to R such that A is equal to T into A naught plus R, where either R is equal to 0 or D of R is less than or equal to D of A. Since A naught belongs to A and A is an ideal of T, A naught is in A. So A is an ideal of R. So you have to write R. Since A naught belongs to A and A is an ideal of R, comma T A naught is in A. This results A is equal to T A naught is belongs to A, but R is equal to A minus T A naught, because already you know A is equal to R plus T into A naught. So R is equal to A minus T into A naught wherever x belongs to A. So you have to take either R is equal to 0 or D of R is less than or equal to D of A naught. So we have to choose if R is not equal to 0 means surely we have D of R is less than or equal to D of A naught. This gives an element R in A whose D value is smaller than that of D of A naught. That is D of R is surely less than, that is smaller than D of A naught, which is contradiction to our choice of A as the element. So it is contradiction to our assumption. So surely we have to take R is equal to 0 and A is equal to T into A naught, because R is equal to 0 means we are substituting in the A is equal to R plus T into A naught, means R is equal to 0 means surely we can write A is equal to T into A naught, which proves our theorem. The next theorem is a Euclidean ring possesses a unit element. This is very important 5-mark question. Show that every ideal of a Euclidean ring is the principal ideal. So instead of the statement you have this statement also. A Euclidean ring possesses a unit element. Proof, let R be a Euclidean ring, then R is currently an ideal of R. So you have to take R is an Euclidean ring and small r is certainly an ideal of R, not currently, certainly an ideal of R. So that by the above theorem we can conclude that R is equal to U naught for some U naught belongs to R. Thus every element in R is a multiple of U naught. So R is equal to U naught means that is a multiple of U naught. In particular, U naught can be written as U naught into C for some C belongs to R. Hence, AC is equal to U naught X into C, that is A is equal to U naught X, that you know by the previous theorem. So AC is equal to U naught X into C. So X will be outside means U naught C. So U naught C can be written as U naught. So X U naught is equal to A. So AC is equal to A means hence C is the unit element in R. Because A inverse is equal to 1 means we can say A into 1 is equal to A means 1 is the unit element. So A into C is equal to A means C is the unit element in R. Now listen the definitions. Prime ideal. Let R be a commutative ring and ideal P of R is said to be a prime ideal of R if you have to take two elements from P, then AB belongs to P, which implies A belongs to P or B belongs to P. So we have to take two elements from P. AB belongs to R. P means we can say A belongs to P or B belongs to P. Then only we can say P is an prime ideal. The next thing is principal ideal. An integral domain R with an unit element is a principal ideal ring if every ideal A in R is of the form A is equal to A or A is equal to A. For some A belongs to A, this means a cyclic generated by A. Then only we can say that is a principal ideal. The next we have to see prime element. In an Euclidean ring R, a non-unit pi is said to be a prime element in R if whenever pi is equal to AB, where AB is in R, then one of A or B is unit in R. So, pi is said to be a prime element means we can write pi is equal to AB, that A comma B in R, then we can say A or B is unit in R. Any one of the element is unit. A prime element is an element in R which cannot be factorized in R is a non-trivial ring. The next thing is relatively prime. In an Euclidean ring R, A and B in R is said to be a relatively prime if their greatest common divisor is unit in R. So that is A comma B is equal to 1. Surely A and B will be the prime element. Then only we can say that will be the greatest common divisor will be 1. So we have to take an example 5 comma 7. So the greatest common divisor for 5 comma 7 will be 1. Greatest common divisor. If A comma B belongs to R, then D belongs to R is said to be a greatest common divisor of A and B. Then, so we have to take two elements from R, then D belongs to R is the greatest common divisor means we have the condition D divides A and D divides B. Whenever C divides A and C divides B means surely C divides D also. We shall use the notation D is equal to A comma B. Denote that D is the greatest common divisor of A comma B. The next definition is divides. If A is not equal to 0, A and B are in a if A is not equal to 0, A and B are in R by U commutative, R by U is not there. A and B are in a commutative ring R, then A is said to divide B. There exists C belongs to R such that B is equal to AC. We shall use a symbol A divides B means like this you have to write. Similarly, A does not divide B means like this you have to write. So here R by U is not coming, so you have to cancel, just strike it out that one. If A is not equal to 0, comma A and B are in a commutative ring R, then A is said to be divide B means there exists C belongs to R such that we can write B is equal to AC. So we have the remark, if A divides B and B divides C means then A divides C. If A divides B, then A divides Bx for all x belongs to R. The next thing is associates. Let R be a commutative ring with unit element. Two elements A and B in R is said to be associates if B is equal to UA for some unit U in R. So we have to write associate means A and B are said to be associates means B is equal to UA, that U is an unit in R. Have to take one note. If pi is a prime element in the Euclidean ring R, then pi divides A1, A2, etc. An. Then pi divides at least one of A1, A2, etc. up to An. The next will be unit in R. So unit in R means let R be a commutative ring with unit element, and an element A belongs to R is unit in R if there exists an element B belongs to such that AB is equal to 1. That you know already, that is 1 is the unit element. So A belongs to R and B is also belongs to R means the multiplication of these two will be equal to 1 means that means AB is equal to 1. A unit in R is an element whose inverse is also in a ring. So go through the definitions.